Well, you know, Leslie and Lorenzo, surprisingly, they weren't really concerned with the tidal flooding that they saw today. So behind me right now, you can still see some of the water that's remains from that high tide that we saw earlier. But earlier today, this whole entire area here in Old Town Alexandria off of King Street was filled with water. Now, it came up about to the sidewalk, so it didn't really threaten businesses today, but they're a little jaded when it comes to this. And I did have a chance to speak with one bike shop manager who says that he's a little bit more concerned about how it impacts his business when things like this happen. As high tide crept into the city of Alexandria, water filled the streets and threatened to seep into some businesses. Along Prince Street and the Strand, some businesses are slightly above sea level and are not overly worried about the threat of heavy rain coming to this area tomorrow.
In the fall, it's really 3 or 4 times a month. You know, it's real, for me, it's old hat, just because I've seen it come and go over 20 years now.
Bennett Moore has seen his fair share of flooding over the years. Because the bike shop he works at is raised, they don't overly worry about flooding, but it impacts the number of customers they see in a day.
It'll slow down traffic. They close the road, so we don't get really any drive-up traffic. We'll get some walk-up if they park a little bit, you know, a few blocks away.
The city of Alexandria launched a flood mitigation grant program businesses could apply to earlier this year. According to the city's website, the pilot program will provide up to 50% of the total cost of the measures and associated cost up to a maximum of $5,000. City leaders say they've gotten an overwhelming response. Big Wheel Bike sits pretty high off the ground. It's seen flooding from Hurricane Isabel back in 2003. Tomorrow, Moore is hoping it's just another rainy day in Old Alexandria.
It would have to be the perfect storm, hurricane, for it to get in the store.
Well, right now, the water is already receding minute by minute. You can still see just a little bit remaining here from that high tide that we saw earlier. Off in the distance, you see that barricade that was placed there by officials to keep people from driving in this area. So when you have situations like this, you want to make sure that you don't drive into those floodwaters. One, because you never know what's in them, and two, they could cause some damage to your vehicle. So just avoid them. But that's the latest here in Alexandria tonight as the water continues to recede. I'm Megan Rivers. I'll send things back to you all in the studio.
All right, Megan, we're going to hope for the best tomorrow, but you got to plan for the worst just in case. All right, Meg, thank you.